morning and welcome to the second Sunday of Easter, this Divine Mercy Sunday. And welcome to our Gospel Encounter, where we break open the Gospel of the day, unpack it, and then spend a little bit of time before Jesus in the Eucharist contemplating His Word in our lives. Thomas, called the twin, who was one of the 12, was not with them when Jesus came. When the disciples said, "We have seen the Lord," he answered, "Unless I see the holes that the nails made in his hands and can put my finger into the holes they made, and unless I can put my hand into his side, I refuse to believe." After the joy of Resurrection Sunday a week ago, today we have a Sunday recognising the doubt that can come. Did Jesus really rise from the dead? Is Jesus really fully God and fully man? Is Jesus the way, the truth and the life? Is he the person he says he is? Today's gospel teaches something about how to handle doubt. And the first thing is this: strong faith can handle doubt. And so if you've got tough questions and if you've got doubts, that's actually okay. You're allowed to have those questions and those doubts. And it's not so much about whether or not you have doubts, but it's what you do with those doubts that matters. And here we learn something from Thomas about what to do with doubt. The first thing that Thomas does is he's honest about it. He articulates his doubt. He doesn't keep it in his mind and allow it to distract him and wear him down. He doesn't continue to just participate as though everything were fine, but secretly he's thinking, "I don't know if I'm buying this." Rather, he just puts it right out there. Unless I can put my fingers in the holes in Jesus' hands, I refuse to believe. The first thing we can learn about Thomas is, let's be honest if we're having doubts. Let's be honest if we've got big questions. And let's raise those questions so we can discuss them. You can't deal with doubt if you don't articulate it or you pretend it's not there. So Thomas begins with honesty. The second thing we learn from Thomas, and here we are in front of this beautiful church, is that Thomas stays in community. He doesn't leave the community because of his doubt. He stays, and it's 8 days later where the answer to his doubt happens. And so if you're having doubts, stay in community. Continue to talk with your priest, talk to other parishioners, share your doubts, not in that vindictive way, but with the desire to find the truth. I'm struggling, help me with my unbelief. If you're struggling with doubt, you are welcome in the Catholic Church. No matter what your questions are, no matter where you are with your faith, you are welcome with the church. The last thing that happens in our gospel today is that 8 days later, Thomas is still in community, he's been honest about his doubt, and he's with the disciples, and then Jesus arrives. And Jesus meets Thomas in his doubt. He straight away goes to Thomas and says, "Thomas, put your fingers in the holes in my hand and in my side." Jesus gives Thomas the evidence that he is looking for. And this is the power of the gospel and the power of the gentleness and humility of our Lord. That when we're having doubts, when we're having anxieties, he doesn't look down on us, but rather says, "I want to meet you where you are and draw you into relationship." The final thing in our gospel today is where Jesus says, "Happy are those who have not seen, yet believe." See, if you have that faith that does not have any doubts, that is a great gift, and it brings great joy to you and to those around you. So share that faith. But if you've got anxiety, if you've got stress, if you can relate to Thomas and you're struggling with faith and life at this time, then follow Thomas's footsteps. Be honest about it, stay in community, and bring it to the feet of Jesus. We're going to do that right now. We're going to go into the church and spend some time at the feet of Jesus in Eucharistic adoration. And I encourage you at this time to lay your anxieties, lay your challenges, lay your doubt before the Lord, and let's invite Jesus to meet us wherever we are.
Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his love has no end. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his love has no end. Let the sons of Israel say, his love has no end. Let the sons of Aaron say, His love has no end. Let those who fear the Lord say, His love has no end. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, for His love has no end. I was thrust down and falling, but the Lord was my helper. The Lord is my strength and song, He was my Savior. There are shouts of joy and victory in the tents of the just. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good, for His love has no end. The stone which the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. This is the